Hello and welcome to Our Man in Prague. I'm an expat from the UK. I've been living in Prague for a number of years now with my Czech wife Ivana, and in this video I'm going to be looking around the local area which is called Dejvice in Prague 6. We're going to be checking out the restaurants, bars, shops and other interesting things around the local area. And don't forget to like and subscribe, just hit that red button below. It costs nothing and it helps me create more videos like this. And there's restaurants to suit all tastes, not just Czech, more bars and restaurants. And the one on the right here is actually in the Michelin Guide, this one. Lots of traditional pubs around here as well. Pilsen is the beer of choice. Let's have a look at the prices here. Pilsen for half a litre is 65 crowns, which is just over £2, maybe $2.50. Although there are cheaper ones. Radagast is only 44, so that's a lot less than £2. These are quite handy in this weather. This is just a little device, well, a little thing sticking out of the ground that sprays you with cold water when you're really hot. Another water sprayer here. This is an area called Czech. It's a pop-up bar, only opens during the summer. Still quiet today because it's still early afternoon, and basically it'll get busy later on. They've got musicians on here, artists on here, sell all kinds of drinks. This is another traditional Czech pub. This one always ranks very highly on TripAdvisor. It's called Dejvice. This building ahead on the corner, Faust Records, I've recently found out is quite a well-known recording studio. Killing Joe recorded the last 3 albums here. Lady Gaga actually stayed here when she was touring. To give you an idea of property prices in this part of Prague, I've just come up to a little square which is known as Sebekov Park, which is very nice with these little statues of horses and so on. And we found a property. I'm not actually going to visit it because I'm not in the market for property at the moment. Like most European cities, property has gone through the roof in recent years, and Prague is no exception. Comparable to London or any of the American big cities like LA and New York, it's actually probably quite cheap, but by UK standards in provincial areas where I'm from, it's very expensive. We found this property. It's a 2-bedroom flat which is on one of the Czech websites, and it's currently listed for 15 million crowns. Now, to give you an idea, currently there's about 30 crowns to a pound in English, so that equates to just over 500,000, over £500,000 for a 2-bedroom property in this area. So like I say, not cheap. It's about $650,000 for a 2-bedroom, 1 kitchen, 1 bathroom flat. So I've been asked to stock up on some provisions for a party later, mainly beer. And this building here, it's been in development for almost as long as I've lived here. And downstairs they've got a supermarket called Albert, which is quite a big supermarket chain in the Czech Republic. So just to make it easier for us non-Czech speakers, when you go to pay at a Czech supermarket, you can simply use the automated thing and press on the English button.
Please scan your customer card.
So if you're missing your home comforts and you live in this part of Prague, there's a shop called the Candy Store which stocks all kinds of English but mainly American products. So let's just check it out, see what's inside. Put it down. Mr. Beast chocolate. Kinder. Most of this is very American. I like waiting for my tea bags. As you can see, we've got PG tips here. And if you're missing your pot noodles, there you go. Plenty of breakfast cereals. Ooh, even Iron Brew. And this building near the tram stop is part of the university. The university is called CVUT, which is the Technical University in Prague. So just outside the front of our apartment now, and most of the streets in this area of Prague are generally named after some very important people. Our street's no exception, it's Nikola Tesla, and right outside in this pasture grass there is a monument to Nikola Tesla, which is where I'm sat now. He was the Serbian stroke American inventor basically of mains AC electricity. So just back in our apartment now, and I'm going to show you around in a minute. It's a traditional Czech style apartment which was built in about the 1930s. It's got nice high ceilings throughout and wooden floors, and it's about 100 meters square. So let's have a look around our apartment now. This is our living room, decent size with views to the front overlooking this green area and parking spaces. I've got all the TV channels from the UK with a VPN, and the apartment has nice parquet flooring throughout. We actually had to do this up from scratch when we first moved here, and still working on it a little bit, but the majority of it's done now. Huge vestibule hallway area which is common in Prague, and obviously this is the bathroom. Again, we had to do this from scratch as we did with the kitchen, and the kitchen looks over the back garden via the small balcony, and it's a lovely back garden. This is shared with the other residents in the block, and also I've got my work area in the spare room. Bit of a mess, as you can see. This is where our man in Prague is created. And as for Wi-Fi and broadband, we get pretty good speeds here in Prague. We're with Vodafone, and as you can see, I've just done a speed test and we've got some good download and upload speeds. So I've actually just come down to the garden now because there is a kids and adults party going on. It's Ivana's sister and the friends from school that they go to, and we're just having a barbecue down here in the garden. Thomas is in charge of the barbecue. And this is my wife Ivana. Oh, she's spoken. She doesn't normally like speaking on camera, which a lot of people don't, to be fair. It takes a bit of getting used to listening to your own voice. Anyway, the reason that we live in Dejvice is because Ivana's dad was born and bred in this area. Went to the school up the road. Ran a business here for a long time, and bought the apartment block that we actually live in. So it's evening time now in Dejvice, and we're just going to nip out to get some dinner. Choosing, there's lots of different pubs around here obviously, and we've chosen one called Kotlačka, which we should be at in a few minutes. And we're just arriving at Kotlačka now. It's a nice big pub, a couple of minutes from where we live, and we've chosen this one because in the summer it's got a nice decent sized beer garden. So Kotlačka doesn't just specialise in Mexican, it has a main menu in English and Czech as well, but it does do these Mexican meals, and this is the menu. Clearly that's in Czech, but the prices for the main meals, you've got burritos from £2.49, which is about £7-8. Quesadilla £2.39, roughly the same price. Fajitas from £2.99, which is just short of £10. So for a drink, as usual, we've gone for Pilsen. Available. Děkuji. For the foodies out there, Dejvice has definitely got you covered. With all the bars and restaurants, you're not really stuck for all kinds of different cuisines. But if you prefer cooking for yourself, every Saturday morning, just up the road from where we live, there is a farmer's market, which I'm at now. We're just going to have a look around the farmer's market, see what it's got to offer. Loads of things for sale at the farmer's market. It's not all food, there's some hats and straw baskets here, but obviously with it being a farmer's market, mainly food and local produce. Some very traditional Czech cakes over here. Of course, if you want to chill out, there's also places you can get something to eat, sit down, have a glass of wine or a beer. Czechs don't mind what time of day it is, it's still morning, but they're all on the wine already. They love it. Fresh fish over here. Just moving around over here. Another cool thing about the farmer's market, we've got live music on as well. Hoping YouTube doesn't give me a copyright strike for that. Great to see live music at a farmer's market. It's really got a bit of a party atmosphere, even though it's still only about 11 o'clock in the morning. More fresh fruit over here. Strawberry season at the moment. This is like a charcuterie, I suppose you'd say in French. Butchers. Lots of different sausages, all kinds of meats here. All kinds of olives. Here's a wine merchant. I bet a lot of this will have come from Moravia. If you're interested in Moravia and the Czech wine region, check out my video all about Moravia. And as Prague is one of the greenest cities in Europe, I'm just down at the park now on my bike, get a bit of exercise in. It's a great park, it's called Stromovka. It's one of the biggest parks in Prague, and it's literally just about half a mile up from where we live. So let's have a look around Stromovka Park. The park is extremely well maintained. It's kind of a mixture of formal and informal gardening. Not that I know much about gardening, but there are lots of little features around the park, including a fountain in the middle, lots of different sculptures dotted around. And here's an interesting map of the park which shows you all the different features and different sports that you can partake in while you're here. Also, this sign tells you all the different trees and different species of trees that are in the park, which there are a lot, as you can see. 96 different species of trees throughout Stromovka Park. Also, if you like a bit of physical activity and you like to keep fit and healthy, as you can probably tell that I clearly do, then Stromovka Park has got you covered with this outdoor gym area. 96, 97, 98, 99. When you're wandering around Dejvice, there's not too many signs of the old communist past. Communism was here from the end of the war right through till 1989. And like I said, there's not that many signs of the communist era, apart from this massive one behind me. So, shall we risk entering the Hotel International? Never been in here before. Let's just hope we don't get arrested by the KGB and sent to Siberia. I think it's still popular with Russians now. I can hear Russian voices. And one thing to note in the Czech Republic, compared with where I'm from in the UK, gyms can be pretty expensive actually. And I'm still at the Hotel International, but this is the gym that I've been a member of. This is about £60 a month, which I would think is about $80. You can't really see him, but it's just mainly machines. Unfortunately no pool. But yeah, that's £60, about $80 a month. There are also a number of hotels in the area, not as many as the Old Town, but there are some to choose from, including this boutique style hostel. So I hope you've enjoyed our little tour of Dejvice, and if you're thinking of coming to Prague, why not check it out? It's only about 15 minutes from the Old Town, and it makes a bit of a change from all the obvious tourist destinations. There won't be loads of tourists here, and you might get a feel for the real Prague. So don't forget to like and subscribe, hit that button below, and check out my other videos, and I'll be back soon with another video from our man in Prague.